It's just it was a different experience because I couldn't really focus on college because I had to survive. I had to make money. I had to pay for things. Like, it just looked a lot different.
So, Bradie, I have a question for you. What's it like when the corn is high, but the chaos is higher?
It's a lot of things, but it's never boring. This is the Farm Wife Files, life between the rows.
Welcome back to next week's episode of
Hi, guys.
Get to Know You, Bradie Part 2. Super exciting. We kind of left off on a good little pausing point, but we're going to talk about the things that brought you to your life choices or your life adventure right now. Yep. So we're just going to quickly get into it.
Okay.
So you've been very open about the fact that your ultimate dream was always to be a stay-at-home mom, yet you have pursued higher education.
Yeah.
So let's dig into that. If being a stay-at-home mom was always the ultimate goal, what was the primary driving force of your decision to go pursue a college degree?
Society.
All right.
That's going to sound so bad, but...
No, I mean, but that's true and honest, and
yeah,
that's the reason.
I just never felt like I could look at anybody and be like, I want to be a stay-at-home mom.
So
as a teenager, right?
It's like, what do you want to do to grow up?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's not something I could have ever, as a senior in high school, looked at them and been like, yeah, I want to be a stay-at-home mom. I'm not going to college because I just want to stay home with my kids.
So do you have any, like, ultimately, yeah, society was like, I don't feel good about saying I want to be a stay-at-home mom.
Mm-hmm.
But ultimately, like, you had to make that financial decision to,
right.
You know, I need to take loans out or I need to work my butt off to go to college. Did you go to college for the, not necessarily just the education and like the fun college life experience, because obviously, but the life lessons that you also learn at college, living on your own. I mean, at that point, you're living with your parents your whole life.
Yeah, mine looks different than... I don't know that I necessarily had, like, the quote-unquote fun college experience. I think I definitely had some, trauma, like, coming from childhood and whatnot, and that I never, like, fully dealt with. And so then, going out to Curtis and obviously having that in the back of my mind, like, I know that I just want to stay at home with my kids whenever I have kids someday, but how do I ever tell anybody that? Because they're going to think I'm nuts. Like, I'm nowhere near that stage of my life. So feeling like I need to fill the gap of, okay, I need to find something to do. So I'll go to a 2-year. But also, I paid for, everything. Well, pulled out student loans.
Right.
So that was also another factor of, like, I have no idea what I want. Well, I know what I want to do, but I need to have some sort of a degree. But it's like, what am I going to actually pay for? It was such a, just, like, back and forth mental, like, pull, because I think I would have really liked to go to K-State for the experience of K-State, but I couldn't afford it. I could have, but I'd still be paying for it, what I mean, and to not know what I wanted to do, that was so hard for me. And I really liked Curtis, but I wasn't going to pay out-of-state tuition, so it had to be a God thing, because that year that I went, they waived out-of-state tuition, so I could then afford it. So decided to go out to Curtis and do the whole vet tech thing. But also, like, when I left, because I was working at a vet clinic in Washington, literally the week that I left to move out to Curtis and start college there, I left with a $600 paycheck. And that was all I had, was $600. It wasn't like the, oh yeah, you're moving into college and you get to have this fun experience. Like, I gotta get a job.
Like, I
need a job in Curtis, Nebraska.
Right. Or, like, I don't get to decorate my dorm room. How you see, like, like, Bama Rush Talk always comes on about, sorority rush time. Right. But, like, they just have insane dorm rooms now.
Yeah, and it just looked different. And, there were things that my parents helped me with.
Of course.
But it's just different than, having, like, a whole savings account of funds, or, my parents paying for all of college, so I had nothing to worry about. It just, that I didn't have that reality. So thankfully that week my student loans finally hit and were like in my account. So I was able to, and thank the Lord I was at least planned enough that I paid for everything for the semester. Because had I been irresponsible, I would have paid, which I don't think I had much of a choice with housing because I had to live in the dorms the first year. But that was especially helpful when I lived on my own and had like a house to rent, because I would send my landlords a check for 6 months when my student loans finally came in. Because I'm like, that's one less thing I have to pay for.
Yeah.
As far as like day-to-day living. Then I just have to work for like my utilities, my eating, that kind of thing. But anyway, needed a job, so ended up going to Stockville, which is like a little town. And out there, it is so weird. There's just like tiny towns. There's no square miles. Yeah, all my Curtis people that are listening, it's weird from, being like square mile to square mile here than going out there. So anyway, I think Stockville is like 10, 15 minutes away. So I worked there. Just this hole in the wall burger place, but man, they had good food. They had a burger night every Thursday, and yeah, it's great. I met some really great people there and had some really awesome regulars, and I worked there for 2 years. Loved it. But anyway, it was a different experience because I couldn't really focus on college because I had to survive. I had to make money. I had to pay for things. Like, it just looked a lot different. And then, what was your initial question?
It was just, like, why... The initial question all came back to, like, what was the driving force that pushed you to actually pursue the college degree?
Okay. So, yeah, I knew if I was there, I at least wanted a 2-year degree to, I at least wanted my associates. I knew that. So, went into vet tech, and then the first year they put you on small animal.
Okay.
That's all you get to work on. Well, I did not want to specialize in that. I wanted to do, like, the livestock, horses, that avenue. And so the first year burnt me out. Freaking cats and dogs and birds and spiders.
Oh, absolutely not.
Snake, python snake.
Oh, I'll
which
do
you
that.
Would like,
yeah, I was going to say I don't mind
but
that.
for me, it's like, I'm not doing this. I'm going back to, at the time, I was thinking, Clyde, Kansas area. I'm not working on freaking birds and hamsters and stuff. Like, So totally burnt me out. Hated it. And also, I had found this new free range of freedom and myself, and I can stay out until 2:30 in the morning and I don't have to answer to anybody.
I was going to say, I don't have to report back to no one.
Yeah. Which my parents were pretty lenient. Like, I mean, we didn't get to do whatever we wanted. Like, we didn't just get to come and go as we pleased. But if we wanted to go do, something, okay, but be home by this time. Like, they weren't super strict or anything. But that was different. That was such a shock of...
You didn't even have to ask for permission.
Yeah, no. That was weird. What a time to be alive. That was so weird.
Yeah.
But anyway, I partook in that freedom a lot. So, yeah, I don't want to... Yeah, I partook in the alcohol and fun times a little too much in Curtis. But besides the point... Even just to go on, I ended up dropping out because I just, like I said, I was so burnt out of the vet tech, and I'm like, I'm not doing this for another year, paying for this for another year, just to not want to do vet tech. And I didn't know what I wanted to do, and yeah,
You knew you didn't want to do vet tech, and that's as far as you
exactly.
got. Yeah.
So I was so burnt out. So I ended up dropping out of there, but honestly, like, that's where I met Tyler. It shaped me so much to, like, learn how to, survive for myself, and the friends I met out there, and, just, yeah, I would never take back that experience. I really did love Curtis, and just, I found a little family out there, and although I don't talk to any of them anymore, like, at the time, like, they were really what I needed. Like, they were really huge in my healing journey, and I will forever thank them. Like, they will forever be a part of my story. But then going back home, I was like, okay, I need to figure out what I want to do, because obviously this whole stay-at-home mom, like, being a stay-at-home mom thing is not in the cards for me right now. And everybody wants an answer of what I'm supposed to be doing or what I'm going to be doing. So went and worked at the distribution center. Loved it. That's where I found my, like, sales is my niche. I love it. This is what I want to do. So then my parents actually came to stay up here at Tyler's family's little cabin that they have. And my mom was just talking about, was there a school close? Because Tyler was going to Lincoln at this time. She's like, is there a school close? And I was like, yeah, there's SCC. And she's like, why don't you go check it out? I'm like, I don't know. I just hadn't even thought of it. I'm like, don't really want to go back to school. But anyway, I did. And so I only had like a year and 2 online classes left to do to finish my associates. And it was just a lot different. I never learned how to prioritize finances and be like actually manage my finances successfully. I so struggled with that. But had my own little house in Beatrice and went to school and did really great in sales. Loved it. I didn't really have any friends, but I just I'd already done the whole college experience and partied and had a lot of friends and did what I wanted to do, where this experience was just different. Like, Tyler and I had been together for 2+ years. Like, I just put my head down and grinded. Like, I knew what I wanted. I wanted to get done, get my associates, get married, have babies. Like, that was it. I mean, that was me getting to my goal, my dream.
Mm-hmm.
And so, again, that experience was super shaping. Got my associates. It was great. I got everything out of it that I wanted to. Don't regret it at all. But, I don't know. The college experiences have just looked so different for me.
Yeah. I would say, I mean, I can also relate to that, but it's not my episode.
Right.
It's yours. No, that's okay. I love that. So I think also,
I probably went way too far into that, but
no,
I feel like we've really done a bad job at touching on any of our past life. So
yeah, I really enjoy it, which kind of leads into the other question, and I want to preface this question or this, next question of, and I don't want to speak for you, but to give some context to our viewers or listeners is when you and Tyler met, obviously you guys met at college, right? Mm-hmm. And then when you guys started actually having meaningful conversations and meaningful connections, you realized that you camped right next to each other.
Yeah.
Growing up.
Yeah.
Okay. So remembering that in the back of our head.
Okay.
We're just going to go on to the next question.
Okay.
So anyway, I do really enjoy how you were just completely honest about the pressure of society. Because we face that internal pressure. Grandma asks you, what are you doing with your life? And you just feel like you have to say something, quote unquote, beneficial of, I'm going to college and I'm going to have this degree or something like this. I even caught
Tyler the other day. My little brother's 18. He's graduating, in December from high school. Well, what's he doing? Well, Easton, what are you doing? Well, I don't know. And I'm like, leave him alone. He doesn't have to know.
Yeah, no.
Who cares? He's 18. We've talked about this on podcast episodes. The people we are from 18 to it is so crazy different.
Why do we have 18-year-olds choose what they want to do for the rest of their life?
Yeah, that was the problem.
But I also don't want to be in high school any longer than I had to.
Yeah,
so
same.
I enjoyed my high school experience. I went through a lot of trauma in my high school experience. Yeah. But anyhow, I like how honest you were about the external, internal pressures that we all specifically face. And it was just a significant chapter of your life, obviously going to college, but it leads to, another thought process of when someone is making a career shift or a life change. Last I looked up, and this is probably not a super up to date, but a typical 4-year college cost is $64,000 of, student loan debt.
Okay.
So knowing everything that you know right now, your business or your former business, your current stay-at-home mom role, if you could go back in time, would you still choose to go to college? Why or why not? And what would you tell others who might be feeling pressured by that expectation?
Yeah.
You would still go back to college?
Yeah, I would.
Okay.
I wish I would have been more I wish I had planned it out more and been more organized about it. For anybody out there that's just like me, that maybe just wants to be a stay-at-home mom or just wants to have their own business that they start up, I think that those years of newly found freedom are so formative.
Yes.
But do different than me. Just do a broad, what is it, Associate of Science. Like, just start your associates. Like, just plain Jane, an associate's degree. Don't try to, because like with vet tech, that was the hardest thing. It's like I got so far and it's like, I can't turn this into anything.
Like, they're so specific classes.
Yeah. Like, it's not anything I can be like, okay, let's just shift and actually I'm going to do this instead. Like, that didn't exist with vet tech.
I was going to say, it's not like a business degree where you can go business and marketing to business and sales to business and strategic, you know, like all of these things. Yeah, that would be tough with vet tech.
And even Tyler now, like, you know, talking about our kids and what if they don't want to go to college because they just want to farm, like, they're doing 2 years. Okay. They may hate our guts, but you just, those 2 years are just different.
Yeah.
Literally, it's the newfound freedom. It's just the shaping of yourself. It's finding those people that you don't get to meet anywhere else. Like, when you're thrown into a dorm room with some random Joe Blow, like, you're forced to interact and, I don't know, you just create some really meaningful relationships. And like I said, I don't talk to any, besides Tyler, any of the, like, friendships that I made in Curtis. I don't have hardly any relationships with them anymore. But at the time, like, they were exactly what I needed to be who I am today.
I love that because I think God places people in our lives.
Yes.
At that current state of time.
Yes.
And he brings people back into our lives or whatever because we need them. Yeah. We might learn something from them. We might.
Yeah, who knows what it may be.
We don't know what that is, but there's obviously a reason that XYZ person is in our life, and you know.
Well, and even just myself, like, I learned so much about myself. Like, I learned how to say no. I learned how to just be my own person, and I want that for my kids. Yeah. Like, yeah, I don't know. Go be your own person. Don't lean on me. Like, you need this time to be who you're supposed to be.
I love that.
So, yeah, I would say. And Tyler, too. Tyler told his parents he didn't want to go to college because he knew he wanted to farm. And his parents are like, you're going. So he went to 2 years, and then he liked college so much, he ended up going to
4 years. I mean, 2 more years, but out of 4 years.
And then the boys joked all the time they were going to stay and get their masters.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no. Our relationships couldn't take 2 more years of UNL.
Well, no, definitely not UNL.
Yeah.
You can do
not even UNL. I would say Lee and Trevin and Tyler together.
Yeah. I remember going to their house, and it was like just completely trashed. Chaos. I think. Yeah. Yeah. We're not going to talk about it because I know. Anywho, yeah, I do, like, that's what Cody was also like. I don't need to go to college. All of that stuff. And Cody and I met at college. So yeah, I don't think our paths would have crossed. We have some, like, unique kind of, like, things that
the boys always talk about. They wish Cody would have went out to Curtis.
Yeah, and Cody has always said, like, I wish I went to he said K-State for the experience and, like, just to, but he was like, I wouldn't have been able to grow my farm in the way that I'm at right now if I wasn't 45 minutes away. And I feel like
he still loved CC and made some great friendships, had some good times.
Yeah, and all the things. I'm glad that you said that you would still go to college. Obviously, and the reason I'm talking about college is obviously, like, I am obsessed with school and I have to go to college like 5,000 times. And so I just like that you said that you would go to college. Even it's not the price tag, essentially. Yeah. It's the life lessons that we learn. It's the freedom that we're navigating. Just all the things. And
even the hardships that came with it, because I was in such a different, like, season of life as far as like having to pay for things and whatnot. Like, I still got so much good out of it.
Well, I'm glad that happened.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I just appreciate just, like, the candid response and how we just transpired with that. So I think it's also a good time to remind ourselves that oftentimes the biggest gifts that we receive are the most unexpected ones as well.
Yeah.
So on a lighter note, even if, so you have decided that you would not go back, or you would go back to college, obviously. But what is one totally random, non-career related skill or piece of knowledge that you gained in college that you surprisingly use or appreciate as a farm wife and mom?
That is such a hard question. Oh my gosh, I don't know how to answer that.
There's a lot of different questions. I'll just like rephrase it. So you went back, or you were at college.
Mm-hmm.
You learned the things that you learned, whether academically or personally,
Right.
learning to grow as a person. Out of all those things that you learned, what is one thing that you use daily in your life, or surprisingly that you didn't think that you would use when you did learn it, that you appreciate now being a wife, a mom, a farm wife, stay-at-home mom, whatever title that you want to enter in?
Mine's probably so not appropriate, but honestly, like, that's probably why I stopped being such a people pleaser, because we'd have parties and people would be at our house until 2:30 in the morning, and so finding my voice and saying, "Get out of my house, party's over, leave."
I love that, though.
Like, honestly, just, yeah, I don't know. I don't know really how that forms into today. Well, being able to be
it's
assertive.
a skill.
Yeah.
I was going to say, like, still learning to set your boundaries.
Yeah.
We've talked about that.
You know, knowing that I don't have to make everybody happy all the time.
Yeah, because everyone wants to stay and party,
Yeah,
but you are like,
literally.
it is past my bedtime. Actually,
Bye.
5 hours past my bedtime. Get out of my house. Am I also dreaming about something, or was there a time that a party got busted and someone hid in a bathtub? Or am I...
No.
I might be thinking
That's
about
a real
my
thing.
old
That wasn't
party.
my party, though. That was Tyler's party.
Someone hid in a bathtub.
Yeah.
Who was it? Oh, Tyler hid in the bathtub.
No, it wasn't Tyler.
It was probably Trevin.
No, it wasn't Trevin.
Lee?
No.
Conley?
No, none of them. It was actually Reed.
Oh, no.
Who is, which we were really good friends then, but he is still super, super great friends with Ben.
Okay.
Yeah, so that would be fun to dive into on maybe a little guest episode.
Well, and I remember, I was going to say, we're not going to talk about college parties, but...
Yeah, I'll if we ever have Tyler on, I'll let him talk about his house party rager that got busted.
Yeah, and the party that was maybe held near Plymouth, Nebraska.
Yeah.
And
you can say it out loud. His mom now knows about it.
Okay, well, thank goodness.
Yeah.
It was like this unspoken thing, but again, we won't get into it. But Tyler threw a party at the cabin, is what we call it. I mean, you talked about how your parents stayed there and whatever, but yeah, he threw this party at the cabin. And
did Cody go?
Cody went because he was sitting on top of the pivot.
Oh.
And he was watching everyone run.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. And then someone actually like stepped on that cornstalk, and the cornstalk went through her foot. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. I can't remember if Tyler's the one that told me that or Cody, but yeah.
That's wild.
Someone was like running and stepped on a cornstalk, like, because it was obviously cut at that point, and yeah, cornstalk went through the foot.
Yeah, we'll have to have the boys on and they can tell their dirty little secrets.
Yeah. So last question, just to like round it out.
Okay.
Super fun, because I'm actually kind of curious on what you would answer. It's a would you rather question. All right. Would you rather have no cell phone service and internet, but have a perfectly stocked pantry, freezer, fridge, all the things?
Okay.
Or would you rather have perfect cell phone internet wherever you go, but you have to run to town for ingredients every single day?
No phone.
Interesting.
Yeah, I hate that.
Okay. Good.
I grew up with my grandma having like literally a grocery store in her pantry.
Yeah,
and it was
all
just
grandmas
so
do.
Nice. Like,
love my grandma for that.
Make whatever you want whenever, whatever, whenever. It was so handy.
Or like, you're like, Grandma, I want some chocolate chip cookies. All right, sweetie.
Literally,
let's go to the pantry and grab them.
And I'm on my phone way too much, and I use the internet way too much. Like, I really want to actively be better about that. Because You're
a better person than I am.
Oh,
yeah. But yeah, no, I think that's all really good. anything else that you would want to share with anyone that would be listening to this?
I don't know.
I'm just glad that I got to catch you somewhat off guard.
Yeah, you definitely did. Those were some really good questions that really made me think. These are fun, though. I know we've had a lot of people kind of ask more about our backstories and, like, our upbringings, and we're trying to do better about, like, really opening up our lives.
Or the things that we're ready to share.
Yeah.
Because trauma is a thing.
Right, yeah. So, yeah, we'll continue to do better and,
yeah.
you know, maybe have some either little snippets in, like, topic episodes, or maybe we'll just have full episodes like this. Some different interviews and whatnot.
It was fun. I think overall we just have to be kind to ourselves, kind to our body,
for sure.
you know, mentally, physically, emotionally, all the things.
Grace upon grace.
Yes, love that. I loved that Bible verse that you said. So, either way, I think we go into this upcoming week or the end of the weekend, whenever you're listening to this episode, but just being gracious to ourselves, loving our neighbor, you know, loving each other, all the things, but just do you.
Yeah. Thanks for getting to know me, guys.
Yeah. Let us know if you have any other questions.
Yep. See you next time.
Bye.
They say a farmer's work is never done. Well, neither is ours.
Come back next week for a new episode of Life Between the Rows.